Hi, everybody. This is Rhonda. Hold on. I just want to make sure that we are actually live on Facebook. I'm going to check my phone right now. It says we're live. So, yes, we are
You
live.
are?
We are live.
Can I get it live on my page, or do I have to wait to share it? I can't share it from my computer.
Oh, no, you have to go to your phone. That's what I just did, just checked on my phone. So,
all right.
Anyways, we are going to talk about a few things today. I wanted to have Deborah on today. You can't hear me? Can you hear me
Talk
better?
a little bit louder.
Okay. So I wanted to have Deborah on today because she has an interesting story, and I think it relates to a lot of things that people are going through now. So we've known each other for a few years now, quite a few years now. We had met in a different opportunity online that neither one of us had any success with. Anyways, we stayed in touch. We weren't on the same team or anything, but we had just gotten to know each other, right, through Facebook and stuff like that. Stayed in touch, did a couple things together, and, became friends over the years. So I know a lot about Deborah's story now because we've known each other so long. So I thought this would be a good live that would be interesting to a lot of people. So I hope this interests you. So what's going on right now in the world, right? A lot of people are getting laid off or losing their jobs and things like that. So Deborah had something like this happen to her a few years ago, and I'm going to let her introduce herself now and just give a little bit of her backstory there, because I think this will be helpful for a lot of people.
Well, hello, Rhonda. Yes, like Rhonda said, we've known each other for quite a few years. We met, actually, like she said, trying to learn how to work online together. But my background, I was a flight attendant for a gazillion years and traveled all over the world and loved it. Never used a computer, had no real need for it other than to use Excel every once in a while and input the catering or whatever. And then I retired from flying, and I took a job as an executive assistant. So I was thrown into the world of computers. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I just bluffed my way into the job. So I learned as I went, which, serves you well in other areas, because you start out new at everything, right? So I was with a golf management company in the end, and out of the blue, I had great reviews. I had perfect attendance. My boss and I were friends. We really liked each other. Everything was great. And I got called into the office one morning, and he said, "I hate to do this to you, but today's your last day." I wish I had a camera of my face. He was a real jokester. And initially I thought he was kidding me. The only clue was the HR girl was sitting next to him. I was like, wait a minute. My brain was just like going, this is real.
Yeah, that's a big clue.
I must have turned like a ghost. Because I had been working from home with this company, and I had a dog that had heart failure at the time, and he needed me to be home with him. So losing my job out of nowhere, not only did I lose my income, but I also was going to lose my way of life, and I was going to have to go back to work and leave him. I live out in a small town, and I would have to drive an hour and a half one way to get to a decent paying job. So all of this was going through my head. Now, I was close to retiring, and that was the even more upsetting thing. I was only 2 years away from retiring. I just couldn't believe it was all happening. So I came home, and it just breaks my heart now, because I will never forget sitting at the computer, filling out resumes, knowing, I hadn't applied for a job in 25, 30 years. And it was just like, my heart wasn't in it, first of all, because I didn't want to go back to work and leave my dog and do that commute. I had done it for years, and I was gone like 13, 14 hours a day. And I ended up trying for about a year to find a job, and I got one interview with this dinky little company that I was so overqualified for. But of course, they wouldn't hire someone younger. Of course they did. So the only thing left was I had been dabbling with online, like we had met through that, and we worked our way through a couple of companies for various reasons. And I'd never needed that income, so I played around with it and I tried, but it wasn't as much of a priority as it became when I lost my job. And today I think about people that are in the same situation. And I can remember literally sitting at my computer. I'm going to even cry now thinking about it. I would think, please God, if I could just make $25, just $25. It seemed like so much money at the time, and I just feel for everybody that's going through that right now. And I want you to know that there is hope online. You can earn money online if you figure out how to do it correctly. There is
yeah. And I remember having some of those conversations with you, like on the phone, and you were like literally like losing it because you were like, what am I going to do? Nobody's going to hire me. I'm close to retirement age. Like,
I was preparing to sell my house. I was talking to friends about, could I live with them? It's not a good place to be.
No.
And the one thing I will say, now I wake up every morning, and even if I'm in a bad mood, I'm so grateful for what I have, because I don't have to worry anymore. And I never, at that point in my life, I couldn't even see. I mean, it took me a good year to calm down and get rid of the anxiety and really get my head together and figure out what I was doing,
Right. Oh, exactly. I mean, and that's the horrible thing now is there's so many people. I mean, this happened to you a few years ago, but now this is happening to a lot of people, right?
A lot of people, yeah.
They're downsizing, everything else with everything that's going on. A lot of small businesses are going out of business, right?
It's worse now than it was then, yeah.
I know. And people are coming online, and unfortunately, me and you know firsthand, there's a lot of things out there that just don't work. And there's a lot of programs that teach people the wrong ways, because we've done a bunch of them.
But they don't teach you at all. I mean, it was kind of like, I didn't know what I was doing when I first started online. We were just told, go get them. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, you can. I was like,
just do it.
I can? Like, okay.
No, just do it.
Just do it. Exactly. And how many years did we hear that,
I know.
It's like one of my subjects I talk to people about a lot is the pep rally thing. It's like the pep rally is great, and you need that, community support. But I never felt it with these pep rally companies.
No.
But it's not enough to help you earn. You have to have a map, a step-by-step, something that you can grab hold of and learn.
Okay, like, because we've had, right, in the past, we've had a step-by-step thing, but it was the wrong things.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, exactly. It was a step-by-step. Yeah, check it off, do this every day.
That we know better, right? It was, okay, we're doing all these things that were totally wrong and wondering why we're not having any success online.
Exactly. Right? How many conversations have we had where we were just so frustrated and wanted to quit because.
Okay, so now I have this little sticky note. I think
you're putting
in the corner.
Oh, yeah, over there.
Literally, okay, Deborah hated Facebook. Hated Facebook, right?
I hated it with a passion. I did not want to be on Facebook for 5 seconds. I did it and I posted every day because that's what our upline told us to do. And nobody was seeing my stuff. And how many times I said, this is stupid. Nobody's seeing this. And then they'd say, oh, yes, they are. They're seeing it. They're just not saying anything. They're just watching. Now we know. No, they weren't seeing it.
And we'd be like, okay. And so we just keep doing the same old spammy stuff over and over, right? And literally nobody was seeing it. Nobody, right?
Nobody.
And which is why we made no money. Or
Exactly.
very little. Put it that way, very little, right?
Very little. I did a post the other day. I was like in the 500 or less club.
Yeah.
Because
So
I mean, that was exciting if you made $30 in commission.
now I remember, because when this program that we're in first came about, and you were just like, it's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook. I was like, oh no.
It was literally your first response, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I hated Facebook.
So
But we
now, okay, just talk a little bit about, because I know how much you hated Facebook, because I literally had to listen to you complain about it every day, right? So, and it was just because we were doing the wrong things, right? And then we're wondering why we were getting nasty messages. Well, because we were being the spammy pammies, right? That we know now all
being
about.
ignored.
Yeah, horrible.
I was thinking the other day about how funny it is what I know now compared to what I knew back then. And I can remember having a conversation with you because I think I had like 300 friends. And I was like, how do you, I don't know who to go be friends with. I don't understand this. I'm not friends with these people. I don't get it. And I could not understand how it worked. So, I mean, when I started this program, I think I had about maybe about 800 friends, maybe.
I think it was something like that.
Yeah. And that was just random. I was like, okay, I'll be friends with you. I'll be friends with you. No. And they still weren't commenting on my stuff. So they were my friends.
I know, right?
So I didn't understand Facebook at all. Not at all.
Yeah. Well, okay. And maybe I thought I did, but I really didn't, because I was being taught all the wrong things, right? So
Yeah.
Now when we came into this program and we started learning these different, like literally the first training, correct? The first training, we were just like,
I know. I'm like, Rhonda, did you watch that? What? You think this is, because I know I was very skeptical. And had it not been from our friend that we trusted saying, give this a try, I never would have done it, because I was just that skeptical and hated Facebook that much. But thank goodness we did.
I know. So now when you started like actually using Facebook correctly, like even, okay, for business, but we're actually like branding ourselves, right? And stuff like that. We're not spamming, we're not doing all this stuff. So when you start using Facebook the way it's supposed to be and truly making more acquaintances and getting to know people in a different way than wasn't fake like before and stuff like that. So how has your experience now changed on Facebook?
Oh my gosh. It's a 180. I almost said 360, but that would be good. 180. What I love the most, really, well, so many things. But first of all, you don't have to message people. You don't have to cold message. You don't have to send your link. You don't have to start up fake conversations. And I cannot stand that. And that's another reason I don't think that is the reason I didn't make money. I just think it's because we didn't know what we were doing and we were told wrong. But I never hardly ever tried doing the messaging thing. Like we were told, message 100 people a day. What? You know how slow I was. I would message 10 in a day and it would take me 3 hours because I wanted every message to be personal.
I remember calling you sometimes at night and you would be like, my fingers are getting arthritis.
Oh my God. I bought all kinds of keyboards and extra things because my fingers hurt so bad. It was so stupid. But I didn't like doing that. And now I don't have to do it. And I don't have to feel guilty for not doing it. Whereas before I wouldn't do it, but I felt guilty all the time because people were telling us, well, you're just not committed.
Right.
your why isn't big enough. I'm like, it isn't?
You're like,
Okay.
my why isn't big enough. Let me think. I'm going to lose my house.
Yeah.
How is
Yeah.
my why not big enough? Right.
Yeah. But so many times we were made to feel bad because like I didn't want to message and I didn't want to text everybody in my phone, all that stuff. But what I love now is, besides not having to do that, now I understand how to make friends on Facebook without doing any of that. And I actually have gotten to know more people doing it the right way. And I've never messaged them.
Right.
It's
But you're
just,
still supporting them
yeah.
the right way.
And they support me now.
Exactly.
I mean, our engagement, both of us, it's skyrocketed. I mean, I never thought I'd have more than 900 friends in my lifetime. And I say friends, Facebook friends. We all know Facebook friends are connections more than, I mean, a lot of them do become friends. Like I said, I've made a lot of friends or connections and acquaintances, that I would love to meet in person. And I would feel like I kind of knew them.
Yeah, me too. Exactly.
Which never happened before.
No, never.
No.
Never.
So
and I would have been excited if I would have ever had 100 likes on a post before. I would have been like jumping for joy and going crazy and going, what happened? And now it's every day and more and a lot more.
Now you feel you're like, was that not a good post? I only got 110 likes. What's going on?
Because you want to give value and you want to inspire others. You want to share your story, right? And connect with people. And you want to go see their stories and, connect with them. And so you can relate on different levels. And it's just a totally different experience on Facebook.
It is. It's nothing like what we experienced before. And now it's fun. And the news feed, my timeline has always been pretty positive because I didn't put up with all the negative stuff to begin with, but it was like 4 friends. I would see the same 4 friends every day. I was like, well, this is great, but it's not exactly. I don't think that's how you're supposed to work on Facebook, but I don't know how to work on Facebook. So I'll just keep doing what they're telling me to do. But then when we were introduced to this new program, it was just like the light bulbs. Somebody finally gave us the meat and potatoes, the secrets to the skills that we needed to know that nobody had ever told us. Nobody.
Exactly. Not one single person ever had told me the things that I know now. And the other thing is anybody can do it. Like it's not hard. It's not complicated. I don't care if you're 18, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's broken down. It's so simple the way it's broken down into simple steps like that. And anybody can truly have success if they just take the training and apply it, right?
Exactly. Follow the steps. And what the other cool thing about it is that once you buy the program, you have that training forever. So you can go back and self-pace yourself and watch it, stop it, go do it, stop it, go do it, and, and go back and replay it if you need to, whatever.
Yeah.
So that helps a lot.
And even go back and review it after a certain amount of time and stuff like that. And there's constant more training going on. Like every week or two, there's new training. So you're constantly advancing and it's live and it's interactive. So you're constantly expanding your knowledge of the online space.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's never a pep rally. It's always real training that we can apply to what we already know and just build on it, which is really nice.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a pep rally, exactly how you said that. And I know there's people joining us online. I can kind of see it on my phone, but I'm still not getting the comments on this new tool. I still haven't figured that out.
I don't see anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything but you and me.
I know we have a couple people, but if I click on it, it starts playing. So I don't want to have an echo in the background, but we'll definitely come back and say hi to everybody in the chat when we get on Facebook, and we truly appreciate anybody who's joining us live. And if you're catching the replay, we hope this is, brings some value to you. And, with Deborah sharing her personal experience, I truly appreciate you, coming on and sharing your experience with everybody, because I know when people are in that place, you feel alone.
So
right?
alone.
You feel alone.
And so scared.
Yeah, it's scary. You feel alone. And if you can see somebody like sharing their experience and what happened to them and now how they got out of it and are now having success and making an income online, it's inspiring, and it makes you not feel so alone, because Deborah is having success online. And trust me, if me and Deborah can do it, anybody can do it.
That's a fact. That is a fact, Rhonda. Yes. So yeah, my message would just be, my heart goes out to you if you've been laid off or are afraid of being laid off. And that's another point. Don't wait until you lose your job. Just don't. Get started now and start, because nothing happens overnight. You have to learn it and cultivate it and digest it, and it's just not a get rich thing online. I don't know anybody who's got rich online overnight.
Yeah, it's not a get rich scheme at all. It's truly a learning platform, and they are techniques for branding yourself and learning attraction marketing techniques that you can truly use in any business that you ever have online or go to. And that's what I love about it. It's not a get rich scheme. It's truly valuable information, that anybody can learn. And you had a good point there. Like, don't wait till you lose your job. Like, add another stream of income online now that can just help you. And then if things do happen, you have, right, this little backup
coming in. Yeah. But learn to do it correctly. Don't waste time like I did or we did all those years. Because when I was online, but I didn't know what I was doing. And when I lost my job, I was screwed. Yeah. And I was still treading water and scared to death because I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't find anybody to teach me. And, until this program came along, I didn't know. I was still trying because I'm not a quitter, right. but I wasn't getting anywhere.
Yeah, but because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And this program, like you said, it's great for any business. So even if you do already, you're like, oh, well, that's cool. I've already got a business. Well, you can use this training for that business. I have so many people that are on my page that get 1 like, 0 comments, 0 likes, and they'll talk to me and they'll say, yeah, I'm doing great. I'm like, oh, I can't convince you, but nobody's seeing your stuff.
No, that's the thing. So that's the way to think about it. Since you brought that up, like, okay, you have a business, you're putting stuff out there, right? Now, think of engagement this way, because that's what it is. Like when you get likes and comments on your post, that's considered engagement, right? On social media. Engagement is like free traffic for your business. So
and it's essential.
If you have a retail space and 0 people or 1 person walks through the door, your sales are going to be a lot less than if hundreds of people are walking in that door and seeing what you have to offer. Doesn't mean everybody's going to purchase what you have to offer. Just some things are for some people and some things aren't. However, if you have more traffic coming in, you're going to have your percentage of sales is going to go up. Like there's because somebody will be interested. The more people you have, somebody will be interested in what you have to offer.
Well, and if they're not interested, they might know somebody who is. You just never know, but you've got to get those people in the door, so to speak.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
This program teaches you exactly how to do that. That's a very good idea.
Yeah,
Good analogy.
So we'll let you go because we're going on 25 minutes now. So we wanted to keep this a lot shorter than last week, which we did. But anyways, we hope this story inspired you. We hope it gave you some good information. If you have any questions, you can either text Rhonda or Deborah. I put our numbers here, or you can simply message us, here on Facebook and Messenger, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you have. And thanks, Deborah, for sharing your story. I really appreciate it, even though you almost made me cry at one point.
Can I just say, for me, it would be easier to drop an emoji or a question mark or something in the comments when I share it, because I'm not positive that I've got my correct name up there for messaging, texting me.
Well, now you have to go fix it. You have to go fix it.
I don't know if it's Deborah or Deborah B. It might be Deborah. Well, but anyway, I will definitely get back to anybody that wants some information in the comments when I share it. But yeah, I hope it helps somebody, because I do feel so strongly about how hard that is to go through.
Yeah, exactly. So we hope everybody has a great Thursday night, a fantastic weekend. Thank you for watching. Once again, if you come on the replay, make sure to say hi. Tell us where you're joining from. It's always fun to see our friends all over the world. And we'll talk to you soon. We'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye.